There's so much to catch up on. I don't even know where to start, guys. Like, it's been so long. There's been so many things that have happened. Good morning. Hi, everyone. This is Saigone Girl. We're at my favorite coffee shop right now. It is my local coffee shop. Right as I walk in, they know my order. They look at me and they're like, "Iced oat milk latte, we got you." And that always makes me feel like a local. So the reason why I wanted to do Saigon Girl in the first place was, I think I packaged it in this way where it's like, I'm trying to discover my motherland or whatever. And to be honest, I think that's a very cliche narrative that I don't feel attached to anymore. I actually really cringe at myself and I'm really embarrassed by the first season of Saigon Girl because, look, like, that was my first time going to Saigon, and I was coming in there and I'm like, look, there's gay people. Look, there's lesbians here, and there's parties, and there's everything that we have in America. They have it in Saigon. There's coffee shops. And I'm like actually really embarrassed by that because I felt like it was such a naive and ignorant and tourist perspective of a city that I've lived here for 5 years now, and now I feel like I can actually speak on behalf of Saigon and on behalf of the community because I actually feel like I have roots here. I actually co-founded one of the first rave collectives in Saigon called Nyak Gay. Unfortunately, we had some personal differences. There was some beef, some drama, and I'm not a part of the collective right now, but it was such a special moment in time in my life, and it really kickstarted my DJ career. To be honest, I played Boiler Room. Right after I played Boiler Room, I went on a DJ tour in Europe, but as soon as DJing became like an influencer competition and a game of likes and of like crowd pleasing, I started freezing. Like, when I started to DJ, I just loved music, period. I just was obsessed with music and of like creating this vibe. I was obsessed with myself, and I just wanted everyone to listen to the music that I liked. And one thing led to another, and I just started getting booked a lot. And for whatever reason, it became my main thing. It became a job. And I started touring. I started just getting a following. And I didn't even realize at the time, like, I still felt like such an amateur, to be honest. I still felt like, oh, this is just for fun. And because I think I didn't understand that people were actually like saw me as like a professional. Like, and this is like the thing when you your confidence and your self-worth is kind of low, but then people are giving you all these opportunities, it becomes really impossible to show up in the way that maybe you feel like people are expecting you, because if you don't see yourself in this way and you don't feel like you're able to deliver what people want, there becomes this huge gap between how you're actually being perceived and how you perceive yourself. Because I think now when I look back from the outside and I look back at my younger self, and I was like, God damn, I was really doing it, like the shows that I was playing and the fees I was getting was like, I was really doing it. And at the time it didn't feel like it, because at the time I like my mental health was really bad, and I just felt like a huge disappointment. And something I realized with DJing is people are booking you for your music, but they're also booking you to be the life of the party. When you're the headliner to a show, yeah, you're performing, but there's like an artist dinner beforehand. The promoters want to meet you, your fans want to meet you after. They want you to stay at the party and like keep people there. Like your job as a DJ is to be the life of the party. Like you're there to perform, you're there so like people dance and buy more drinks. And if you're not having fun, no one else is having fun. And as someone who was like struggling with so much depression and suicidal thoughts, to show up, to get booked for a party so that everyone can have fun and dance, it became so overwhelming for me because I would just show up and I'd be like my hot, like emo self. And yeah, everyone would have fun. And then I would just leave and I wouldn't keep in touch with the promoters. I would actually be really bitchy. I would be really like standoffish. And so many of the like, I had so many chances to make really good connections and keep a lot of these connections. Like if I wanted to tour again and stuff, like I feel like I can't even like hit these people up again because I was like such a like I was just like so bitchy. Like my vibe was just not good at these shows that I was getting booked. I would literally go. I would be so bitchy. I would have like the worst vibe. I really just looked like I wasn't having a good time. Everyone still loved me because I was like hot and like I'm like a good DJ. But like everything else, I just felt like I was really bad at. I was like really bad at promoting. People would like tag me and stuff. I wouldn't share anything. Photographers would like take amazing photos of me and then they'd follow me and I would unfollow them and not post any of their photos. Like I'm telling you guys, like my mind and the way that I was thinking was so off. Like it was really just so, it was delusional. I'm still really delusional, but like it was delusional not in this way where it actually helped me. It was like delusional in this way that just was like really confusing for everyone, and for everyone who was trying to support me and like help me. I was like, no guys, let me just like let me just like let me just close every door that was opening for me. And I had gotten signed to a modeling agency. All these things were like lined up for me to really like break through this ceiling in LA, to really have this sort of like success that, to be honest, I really craved. But I was addicted to weed. Really, that shit will actually fuck up your life. There's not a single day in Los Angeles where I wasn't high. Wake up, smoke weed, go to Pilates, go to yoga. And then I didn't even have enough money at the end of the day to really invest in myself or to really do things that I wanted. And maybe this is something that I really learned in my 20s, was like, I think because I really was more focused on how I presented myself to people and the clothes that I was wearing and the brands that I was wearing. Like I would literally spend my whole salary on like a pair of pants. Like for what? Something that I do now is I invest in projects. I invest in things that are gonna like bring some sort of return. So yeah, back to LA, we were DJing, we were still playing shows and we were still like networking or whatever, but it was just it was such a dark time for me. Like me in my mid-20s, that girl is still somewhere inside of me. She's crying and she feels like a huge disappointment and she feels really let down because I think she feels like she wasn't good enough, that so many people depended on her and gave her so many chances. I think she really feels like she let everyone down. And a lot of my 30s is just me redeeming myself and healing. You know, everyone's like healing your inner child. I'm not healing my inner child. I'm healing my inner mid-20s emo girl. Because yeah, I do have regrets, and I do think back on those years in my life and I'm like, God, wow, I wasted my prettiest years. I was so hot, I was so talented, and I had everything going for me. but mental health got in the way. It really ruined everything for me. And I think about it all the time, but I'm at a place in my life where I'm not going to let that happen again. And right now, like, everything is actually going good, and I don't have to be self-deprecating. I don't have to like we're always suffering, right? But I think things are kind of chill right now. Like, everything is kind of great. And um as much as we'll get into sort of like darker mental health things, I think I also just want to share really like fun, cute stuff like food, and we'll go shopping and, you know, do makeup tutorials and skincare and all that fun stuff. I'm ranting. I'm divulging. I'm gonna drink some more of this coffee. Isn't beautiful? Saigon is honestly one of the most. It's one of the most beautiful cities. It's my favorite place. I feel so incredibly blessed to live here. If there's anything that you want to know about DJing or Saigon, or really any questions, like, drop them in the comments if there's anything you want to see more of. We're just starting this journey, so the sky is the limit. If there's anything you want me to cover or do or try, like, I'm super down. Let me know. And this has been really fun. Yeah.